Yeah, we can start whoever jumps in. Oh, pull Oming down.
Yeah, got him. I gave him permissions too. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's actually one of the topics 1 foot want to talk about.
Yeah, so currently it is date of 6/29/2020, 5 o'clock server time. Second meeting. Because the first thing I want to talk about is some of us don't have access to the meeting room. We don't have permissions to enter into it. Okay, good, Discord admin. Give us permissions.
I think he was working on that now. I think that's what he did. He changed it up.
My only gripe, really. Personal.
What was something else you said? You mentioned one other thing.
The one other thing that we should probably talk about is to pick a time and a day that we meet up consistently.
For officer.
For officer
Yes.
meetings, yes.
I've got an idea. Instead of making where everybody has login multiple times a week, just do it like 30 minutes before we raid.
That was honestly my an agreement for.
Shit, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat it?
Yeah,
I was checking my
we were
settings.
thinking about kicking you from the guild. No, so instead of making everybody log on multiple times a week, because I know some people just have other things to do, family, stuff like that. What about we just do it 30 minutes before raid?
So we do it at 4 server on Tuesday.
I mean, how about 4:20
meeting?
when
Yeah,
everybody's
sure.
gathering up? We'll just stay in another Discord
That's true.
account.
Yeah, that's
well,
perfect.
Yeah, totally. We can like chat while we make the raid or whatever.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Tuesdays and
Fine with
Thursdays.
that?
Rob, stop.
That's perfect.
I need to give you this for the flask.
Sorry.
Alright, so it'll be 4:20 on server on Tuesdays for raid.
Yeah, or we should just do it at the top of the hour, just for server time.
If people can't make 4, we'll turn it to 4:20. But yeah, let's stick 4 or something for now.
Okay, so 4 it is then. Rob, you had another topic's recruiting. Dude.
So, I put the roster together. Looks like we're short just about 3 people, I want to say. I spoke with MILF Hunter. He's basically okay with being backup, and I told him to sign up even if he's gonna be absent that day. Spoke with J Breeze. I know he's level 59. I don't know what Bean talked to him about or told him or promised him, but we know how Bean was, that he would just basically bring in his buddies and kick out somebody or make somebody else sit, which didn't really work well. So JB just told me to let him know he's playing a rogue. We don't have space for that, and he's not gonna play a mage. He doesn't want to play it. I didn't even bother suggesting it to him. So I'm pretty sure we don't have space for a rogue. So I'm just gonna let him know that we won't be able to have space for him in the raids. I'm trying to get a hold of Shamvu to see what happened. He basically left because we didn't have space for main healer because we cut down. So he basically dipped out for that reason. That's what No Funner told me because he's friends with him. So we really need to pick up either 2 or 3 more people. I don't think
Sure.
we're gonna have a full raid on Tuesday or tomorrow.
Are you sure we don't need a rogue for
We'd have 6 if he joined.
We have 6.
That's not bad. I mean, I don't. Maybe that's not
Or
ideal. I guess I don't know.
Not ideal, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
bodies
I
is
don't know.
body, right? But,
Yeah, but I don't think we need more than 5.
yeah, we only have 4 mages, and that was 3 people changing classes. Oh no, sorry, 2. He has a mage. Does he just?
He
He
does
doesn't want
not.
to play mage.
He
did not wanna
played
play mage.
he played mage to help out the guild. That's why he
Oh,
said he played
gotcha.
mage, and it was boring. And I guess he's interested in the rogue. He's
Yeah, I
pretty
even
much
asked
geared
him
up.
about fire spec. Like, do you want to wait till fire spec and then go mage or something? He's like, nah, he doesn't want to play fire mage. He doesn't want to play frost mage. He just doesn't want to play mage.
Yeah, he's
Oh, we're
interested in
talking
playing
about J Breeze's
J-Breeze.
rogue.
J-Breeze as a rogue.
Yeah.
Already been gearing out as rogue, pushing 60, getting gear. We went into Ubers with him for like the head of Rend. Got him attuned
Well,
as
I
well
mean,
too.
Fuck it. I mean, if he's serious about playing again, then that's fine. Cause he was on his mage for a while, and he fell off. So I don't want him.
That's the bigger thing.
we're
If he
just
were
gonna
to
give
go
him-
mage
We're
and we
just
were
gonna
to
give
gear
him
him out,
some gear, and then if he falls off.
That's the thing. He's somebody that's basically came and went whenever the fuck he wanted. I don't really want that.
Well, we can talk to him about that. That's the biggest thing we just got to talk to him about is like, hey, you know, that's cool if you stay a rogue. I mean, me personally, I don't mind. It's up to you guys too, but yeah, it does. It wouldn't be a big deal just as long as he actually is staying and not like a tentative player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind either. I always like Jay Breeze. He was cool. He was chilling. He showed up and he raided. You know, when it was time. But you know, when he did say that he was gonna stop playing when he did. So
Why did he stop
just,
playing? He just was taking a break or what?
yeah, I guess that's what it was. Yeah, some real life shit. But I mean, as long as he just lets us know if he's gonna stop again, whatever. But I'd rather him not. We just need people being consistent. But I mean, either way, if he comes MC, all the rogue shit in MC is just being given away anyway.
Well, at
Grabs.
least for dagger rogues, I mean, I think our dagger rogues are pretty decked out at the moment.
Yeah, well, I think he's going swords, so
Uh,
I mean,
Yeah, I
he's
know
gonna know
we're
he's gonna
gonna be
be in
tough on
line,
swords.
so he's on a long line for swords.
We
That's
should-
also another thing
That's
he
what
would
you
have
need
to
to discuss
understand.
with him.
The two things we would have to discuss with him, I guess, would have to be the fact that is he gonna be staying more permanent? Like, is it something he's gonna stay for a while at? And then also of does he understand that there are people in priority for Blackwing Lair weapons at the moment? Like me personally, I don't know if I told you guys this, but for the most part, I don't need any gear until we get into AQ, and even AQ, like the only piece I would like priority on is the chest piece off of Cthulhu, the item drop chest piece or whatever. That's like the only thing I need in priority through AQ. So I don't mind giving up my like priority. I don't even have any to be honest on offhand weapons or anything else. So for the most part, it's just GTV, Jorm, and Quiet that he would be competing for. Oh, Carry Me just did get a weapon, but I do know he does need at least
I don't know how.
Maladeath or CTS.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah,
top right there, like one of the top to get the weapon. Like,
But what I'm saying is like at least for Maladeath or something, he would end up being like second or third in line. If he were to stay as rogue, if we did want him as rogue, if he, you know, after all this kind of like, I'm just mentioning that.
Oh, you mean for Justin or Jay Breeze's new rogue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll let him know and explain. I'm sure he kind of will understand that. So, and if he doesn't, then it
I
just is what it
posted
is.
a little snippet of what we talked about. I reached out to him in private message.
Cool.
So you guys want to read it and kind of see what feel you get for it.
No, as long as you kind of conveyed the message of what we've just said here, I got faith in you, bro. That's cool.
Yeah, and I could talk to him too.
I was gonna say you could talk to
Yeah.
him because you probably know him more than me. And you're more comfortable.
Yeah, I'll
that.
talk to him. I'll talk to him in game when he's on. Even 1 foot too. 1 foot's already been apparently been running him through some shit as well.
Yeah, because I don't mind seeing another rogue, but it's just like we have to get into the mindset of like, okay, that's less weapons, that's, you know, other shit that has to go around, etc. But if that's the case, I just want to give a heads up, especially since AQ was just announced. I'm not sure what the drop rate on those axes are that like kind of the ones that Shax wants, that all of our warriors are going to kind of want. But if that is the case, we could just start focusing swords that drop to sword rogues, and then, you know, have warriors just hold out a little bit for those axes. Because once those axes start dropping, they're pretty good. All they cost is 3 elementium ore. Like they like, other than like, I don't know what the drop rate is on for the actual
It's like an armament or something like that.
the armament. Yeah, I don't know what the drop rate is for the armament, but yeah, it definitely seems like it's pretty easy to get.
Off of every boss that can drop them.
It's like more than half, like about half the bosses have a chance of dropping one, if not definitely drop one. But that's what matters, is like, do they drop a lot? Who all needs them? Is it just warriors? Is it healers at all? Who needs it? So we should start looking at loop priority videos in the next meetings.
I'll put a pin in that one. Loot priority videos for 8.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm up for the idea of Jay Breeze playing a rogue. I think we have room for it. You guys let me
spots.
know. Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, if we
I
got
have
room, it's
no
a body.
Also, it matters what we need in means of caster DPS and melee DPS. Because we want to have a good composition of range and caster. Whatever we go, we want people playing classes they want to play.
Yeah. Are we fine on healers now since we're
We
missing Miso, or we still need some?
So
we're-
tomorrow we
go ahead.
have 8, 3 priests, 3 resto shamans, and 2 resto druids because Zorlag is tentative right now. Last week we only had 9. We did all right, but I don't know how the healers felt. But 8 might be a bit of a stretch on some fights, right? The longer ones with the spells. and stuff
Chromagus
like
is
that.
where
Yeah, we're gonna hurt on Chromagus without a 9th or 10th. Because what do we want? 10 is the ideal number,
Well, so I wanted to bring that up about that.
especially for new content.
We had 9 healers and we had an average of 44% overheal. So that means our healers are putting out enough. So do we need more healers? Maybe not with that overheal in mind. What do you guys think?
Why is Zorlak not able to make it? Is it a temporary thing? Is this gonna be
He
what's
just is
up?
down as tentative. I don't know why. I don't really
Okay.
know him that well.
If he's put down as tentative, I mean, we should always go with the idea that this might be a little bit of a permanent thing. We'll just have to ask him though.
we could really use another shaman. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to find a way to kind of put a hunter in the melee group and another melee group instead of wasting them. And based on what we have, it's like 3 hunters. I know we talked about going with 2 hunters, but Yuzuho, who ran with us, if he could run with us on Tuesday.
Yeah, Killer
That's
signed up.
good.
I was messaging him earlier.
Okay, good. So I know Killers like Thursdays is probably not good for him, but for now I'm gonna just include him in the raid roster. And then we'll see what happens coming close to AQ, but we do have to recruit. Because we lost basically Bean, Anna, Miso, Asbestos, which I know we got Tristan in place of Asbestos.
Yeah, but still, it sucks to lose all those fully geared people, all that kind of shit.
Yup.
I can't do that yet. Not enough energy. That ability
Yeah, it's
isn't ready yet.
it's a bummer to
Not
have,
ready yet.
you know, to replace so many people, but
It is what it
we're
is.
doing a pretty good job of cleaning up.
Okay, so I guess to summarize that, recruit 1 resto shaman, or have Shamvu come back.
Oof.
Yeah, if someone can definitely talk to Shamvu with
I'm trying.
ACM.
I added
but-
him and on
Yeah,
Discord. see if
it
he
also
has me
sucks
back.
to like have to tell someone like, "Hey man, come back to the guild," and all that kind of shit.
Well,
Yeah, then maybe we'll give you gear.
Yeah, right. Like
what
there
was
might be some bitter feelings.
Was it because of the drama, or is it because he got kicked out?
He basically was sad.
Bean chose his friend over him.
Pretty much
or
what
something.
happened.
Well, we tell him Bean is no longer in charge.
No,
It's a
that's
group of
exactly what
us.
I'm telling everybody that I talk to. That it's no longer being an Anna in charge. Like things changed. He took a step back, stepped away from the game. That's it. That's what I tell people.
That
And
was-
somebody else taking over. That's it.
I'd say,
But
yeah,
also,
we are completely.
One thing we have
taking
to
over.
think about is like, if Bean and Anna come back, are these changes permanent? Are they gonna
Yes,
try
they
to?
are. They're
Okay.
they're not taking over the guild. If
They
not,
are from-
I'm definitely if they can come, they can raid. I have no problem with that. If you guys are okay with them taking a leadership role or something and helping out and stuff, I'm all for that. But they're not making no final decisions in the guild. If not, I'm leaving. I'm telling you
Yeah,
right
no,
now. I'm not
I
dealing with that.
get you. They
And I
made
hate
a lot
to
of
say
like.
it like that, but that's just
No,
it's
they've
just
made a
did not
lot
help.
of executive decisions in the past that have been like the execution of them or the ideas of them, like have some good intentions, but they always like misfire.
You know,
Yeah.
like
I'm
I
all for
said,
their opinion. I like their opinion. I don't mind it, but it just kind of be what Mello said. What were you
Yeah.
saying? What's up? My bad.
like I said before, just don't include them in the calculation. Plain and simple.
Yeah, for now. Yeah. I also want to mention. I hope. I apologize if I kind of like shit the bed with the whole Mezzo thing. I hope I wasn't too harsh in the last video because I can definitely assume he's not coming back to Scum ever again, pretty much.
No, he's not. The drama that revolved around it's those 3. And real
No, I
life
know.
shit as
I'm just mentioning to you guys. Like Mezzo did talk to me at a point after he saw the video, and he was like, he had some choice words with me. I don't fully care about his opinion. To me, don't really care, but just hope I didn't shit the bed of like, you
What?
know, if anyone actually did want him
No.
back or expected him back.
Nah, he's left and come back.
No.
I guess it's
Yeah,
not
I
worth
mean,
it. He's not.
me and Miso were tight. We were cool. But you know, people are how people are. You know, some people can't. I don't know.
I don't
See
want to put up
things
with
in
him.
a different light. You know, and he made his choice and he left, and that's it. You know, so
Exactly. I agree with
Right.
Varric on that one. You were
you know,
the one
I
that's
liked him. It was fun, but you know, we all make choices, and then you gotta live with them. So fuck it.
Yeah, okay, just making sure. I just wanted to make that comment of like,
And you're allowed to have your own opinions on people, because just because I like them doesn't mean you're gonna like them. You know, it's just how it goes. There's 40 different people in a raid.
Yeah, it's really
You're
rough
not
for
gonna like
everybody to get along.
you're not gonna like necessarily like every 40.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean, you know, at the end of the day we got to work together. So you know, it was
Yeah.
seemed like he just wanted to argue more than try to get together, and it just is what it is.
it's
Yeah.
toxic for to work together to succeed at a common goal.
yeah, that was a couple of the comments I got from a couple people asking about like what happened between Mezzo and Anna. I was like, oh, they just got into an argument over the whole raid thing
I
and
mean,
all
Anna
that.
would
And then,
message me about how she felt about him, so and I don't want to
Yeah.
disclose that, but
Yeah, she
they
would
did
hit.
not get
Yeah.
along. Basically, they
Yeah.
did not get along.
yeah,
No.
no, Bestis and Mezzo both messaged me how they felt about Anna, and it was kind of the same way. It's one of those situations of your friends don't like your girlfriend, and your girlfriend doesn't like your friends. Like, there's nothing we
We're
can
getting
do
off
about it,
topic
but we
already.
can.
Okay, guys,
Yeah,
let's
Yeah,
reel
yeah,
it back
well,
in.
I don't want to go
All right,
into
that was my bad.
Okay,
Okay.
so what else do we have for topics? We talked about giving us permissions to get in the meeting room. Still don't have. And then we talked about setting a time. We're gonna do 4:20 server time on Tuesdays. If that doesn't work, we'll go to 4 flat. We talked about recruitment, shamans, arrest of shamans specifically, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
just one.
And
If we don't get
uh,
shampoo.
if we don't
Exactly.
get Shamvu. Well, I think Jay Breeze's rogue tentative, but if he show up, we'll figure that out as we go. Floating subject.
Yeah, I just like the idea of people showing up that like playing their classes. That's all I care about.
I do too. And if he changed for the mage to help the guild, that's like okay. So you know, and a lot of us rogues, me and Eric will discuss it. But most rogues are pretty well set, and we'll figure out which one.
Yeah, he hated playing a mage or whatever. So
we
Yeah.
talked
and
about
he played a
yeah.
mage for so
We've
long.
talked about that. So I don't know if there's anything else. But as far as any other topics you guys want to talk about, oh, right. Since we're doing a rotating loot council, what do you want to do for this weekend? Do you guys have your RC loot council set up? You're the master looter. That's one thing I wanted to ask.
Change the settings to whatever you had it set at last week.
Yes. I mean, I didn't confirm if you guys did that or not.
I mean,
Okay.
my RC Loop Council said. I thought it's who's ever the raid lead.
It's not the raid lead.
Master
It's,
looter?
it's the
Master
master
looter.
looter.
The master looter.
So then, who do we want for this week? Because last week we had Hellface, Eric.
We're gonna have one person that rotates. Like, who's the one person that's gonna be the rotating slot? Or you're gonna rotate everybody? Like, we said
Well,
one person.
What about
just-
rotate class leads?
Rotate one person. Because we can't get different people every week. So it'll just be like a rotating door. Volunteers to step down for.
I will.
Like to step into that role.
Do we always want it to
Does
be
it
an
have
officer?
to be? I think so. I think
Always 4.
No, I'm asking. Oh, you want it to be? I can step in this week if you want. I don't give a fuck.
Your raid lead, man.
That's
you
cool.
really- Can we put?
I
Pooh?
just made the offer.
Is he in there already? Oh, we have Wholeface, Varric, Ooming, and Apu. Can we do that?
That sounds cool.
Let's do that.
Yeah, if Pook's fine with it.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So since we're on the topic for loot, do we want to discuss like the big ticket items? What's gonna happen with it this week? Because based off who signed up, do we want to do that, or do we want to waste like spend time trying to figure it out? Or what do you
Open
guys
up your
think?
Blackwing layer loot. and if Loot Council, if you're open, and point out a piece that you want to talk about, because I think the only big pieces are Rejuve Gem, Drake Fang Talisman, and Chromatic Tempered Sword. I think those are the 3 big
The
items right now.
staff.
Oh, the staff, but I thought we already said we're gonna focus that towards a mage.
Okay. Okay.
As to who the mage
the only
is, we can
one which
discuss
is
that.
Blink, right? The only one who's
Okay.
been
So
consistent.
Blink's gonna get this. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because Blink has been our longest standing
What about the hat?
mage for so long.
Last one's
What oh, Mishunder? We
Yeah.
can figure that out because we've gotten a bunch of those. That doesn't seem as like blow up kind of loot. Neltharian's tier seems more like blow up loot than that.
Honestly, those boots ooming, I think you're gonna get them if they drop because I don't think the priests rolled on them. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, because Bean had mentioned it. None of the priests want it.
A couple
I
of them,
don't-
I think, listed it in their loot thing.
Yeah, that's also
Okay.
another big thing. We just have to focus on like who put 1, 2, 3s, figure that kind of stuff out, and then kind of talk to people of like, hey, we noticed that your empowered legs are 1 and this person's empowered legs are 1. Can we give it to them first and then give you priority on this instead, you know?
Class leads should be talking to their guys then, right?
Yeah, so we just need to spread out as class leads. The classes just need to spread out and drop people as like, tell people like, hey, every warrior, like I did look at the warriors ones, for instance, like almost every warrior puts CTS as like their first, like 3, 4 warriors
Warrior?
put CTS as their
Really?
first. Yeah,
Rogue.
GTV put it,
Oh.
Jorn put
Oh.
it, Quiet put it, and I feel like maybe one other put it. So
Okay.
this is why I was like, I'll drop myself from like all loot pretty much until like AQ Nax, because I don't really need anything, and I feel bad enough about taking Drake Town Pauldrons.
Can I get a quick 2-minute recap? I had to take a baby.
And we're just talking about loot
loot
and
priority.
like priority and stuff.
So
Class leads just need to talk to their people, really.
speaking of
Yeah.
warriors, should we
I mean,
keep tanks, warrior tanks, and warrior DPS in separate groups? In regards to loot pools?
We can hear you now, Hellface. I heard you.
Oh my god, I've been talking this whole time, dude. My mic defaulted to another device.
Oh shit.
Okay, well, first off, Blink doesn't want the staff off Neff. He wants the corncob staff because it's an AoE staff.
Okay.
Oh,
No, that
that's
makes
why.
that easier. Then we'll probably focus it to Mo, because Mo would be the second up. It's either that or Vicious, but Vicious just started as mage.
I mean, I feel it should go to Alpois personally, but that's just me.
Well, I thought we were gonna focus it to mages
Well,
first.
it was
That's the
said
only
that,
reason I'm
but
saying
then
that.
someone else said the other day that it should go to people that have been here longer. So
No, I always try to say that of like we should try to give at
I
least
mean, Mo's
big
been
items
in the
like that.
guild for like a month.
Okay.
Good point.
I do agree.
so is that staff good, like Bis for warlocks or what?
Yes.
Best
fuck
of luck,
And
Warcasters.
mages. Yeah.
So then there
it's-
we go. So then give it to fucking warlock who's been here forever. Then end of
It-
story.
The only thing I'm surprised about is that the fact that what's his name doesn't actually want it. Is Blink doesn't want it. Is he actually
Yeah,
going
well,
Fire
He's
Mage
outside
for
of
us?
raid.
He's an AoE farmer. He wants that int and stam. It's the highest int and staff in the game, I believe.
No, but what I'm saying is he going Fire Mage for us in PvP in AQ because I don't want to force Shadow Flame. Obviously, give it to whoever really wants it. That's the better thing. But I'm just saying, like, I find it weird that he doesn't want it for fire.
Well,
He's got a
yeah, I
month to
think he
talk
just
about that.
puts his AoE in front of his raid spec. 'Cause
Okay, that's cool.
Get
No, that
Shut
makes it easier for loot.
Yeah. So as long as you guys have been communicating with him, then it seems, then fuck it. You know. That's what we need. We need communication with gear.
I also said I can step down on loot council if you guys need me to. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to help out again.
If you're helping, you're helping. I mean, that's what we need people to do. We need to disperse the workload so we don't get an Ana overload.
But yeah, I didn't want to say the stuff about the staff and make it seem like I'm like trying to shade stuff towards me. But
No, I
That's
completely get you. Like, I feel the same way
Warlock
about the Shadow
bias.
Flame stave. Like, it's a huge item that we don't want to give to just any old person, like a new person. Like, that's a little bit.
So
A
who are we
little
giving the
bit tough.
next Nelf's tier to?
Our mages up for it because I Hope Face and Apua are top ones, and they both have it. Either that or it would be Basalt. If Basalt is staying for AQ.
If Apuk's gonna get the staff, then.
Well, Apu already has the tier.
They
I
both
think.
have the tier.
Oh, all right.
Me and Apu, all we really need from Blackwing at this point is the staff, and Apu needs the ring. That's it.
Does he need Mishunder?
Nope.
No, we both
Both
have
have
Yeah,
it.
Exactly.
exactly. So Mishunder and Mishunder is not even that big of a prior item, and Netherian's tier isn't either.
I would say
So
Mission
I'm
Dare
telling you,
is
like,
probably more mage.
yeah, at the moment. Yeah, I think our biggest hot ticket items are CTS, and the other two I mentioned. I'm blanking off the top of my head. Sorry.
Yeah,
And
CTS.
the other
Who does that?
thing,
Surprised that
Yep.
so many warriors want. I mean, I get why they'd want it, but I just feel like axes are so much better.
No, I feel like we should try to talk GTV and Quiet into that axe that drops in AQ at this point, and then give CTS to maybe Jorm and Carry or
Yeah.
I've talked to Jorm about the CTS, and he says it's not like a huge upgrade for him.
okay, as long as he's cool with not rushing on it. Because no
Yeah.
offense, he
Yeah.
just got Malice, so maybe he should hold off on the.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
my opinion,
and like a bunch
I
of other gear too.
think it should go
We've
to
been
carry. In my opinion, that's just me though. That's my vote.
I
Well,
kinda
we should
agree with
ask
that, but
Carrie what he want his priority of Maladath
That's
or
priority.
TTS.
Priority. Yes.
Me
I
and
was
Okay.
British
gonna
priority.
say CTS.
His third is Maladeth. His first is his second is DFT, and then third is Maladeth.
Then maybe we should focus towards him because he's been a pretty reliable, pretty consistent raider.
Yeah, he shows up. He does. He's good
Mhm.
on the meat. You know, he's always fucking got all his raid buffs and his consumables.
Since that topic was brought up, one thing that has kind of been bugging me about that guy is he likes to try to tell other classes what's best and like tries to tell them how to play their class, and that shit don't fly with me. And
He
it's kinda
he
getting
can
on
be a
my
little
nerves.
he can be a little hot topic at times, but at the same time, he doesn't ever try to be an asshole about like he just tries to say like no, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. Like he
mean,
doesn't
he-
ever try to force you to play. Like I get you, like he does like push the conversation too far, but at the same time it's not like he's trying to be like a douchebag about
I
it or
mean, he
anything.
kind of was though. The other day, he was telling warriors that they're stupid if they want Titanic leggings, and that's the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my life.
What? Yeah, that's dumb. Sometimes he says some crazy shit. But again,
It
like he
doesn't
just has
matter
a
on a
popular
roll.
opinion. I
I'm
feel
not
like that's the
saying
bigger thing.
disable him for loot for that, but I'm just saying like that shit is starting to rub people the wrong way, and if it continues, we may need to address it personally with him.
Just a reminder, guys, everything in here is getting that is said here is getting uploaded. Iterate that.
I am aware. I
Yeah,
that's
backed
fine.
my statement.
Everything's in the air, man. That's it.
Yep.
It's-
I am
people
also
need
He's
to
just trying
know.
to help, guys. It's just coming across the wrong way.
That's all. Yeah.
I am also
We'll just
taking
talk to him.
I am also taking editing bribes too. I'm fucking
Shit, dude, I'm gonna have to pay you so much money.
You're gonna have to edit that.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like he can just be a little controversial at times or just opinionative. And
He
maybe
still shows
tell him.
up and he still puts up the numbers on the
And
list.
he
so
helps everyone.
and he helps. So we're
He
Yeah,
also helps.
it's he's coming like it's the socially awkward aspect. You have a hard time talking to others, and
Let's get back to loot, guys.
Yeah.
So
so
if you feel like you need to talk to him about it, Hoface or Pla, I can't remember who was saying it. By all means, we can talk about that later. But loot, yeah, just keep on top of. Class lead should start making lists
What's
of what
another
people want
item?
and talking to them.
That was big one. Rejuvenating gem or something.
Who all has it?
we only have had 2 drop.
Booming
So,
and
Booming,
Lily,
Lily.
right?
So
I thought
And
one of
every
their-
single priest had put it as their number 1.
Is it
Again,
good
And
for,
so did I.
items like DPS.
it's good for every healer, right?
It's good for every healer. It's
And,
better on not just knock druids, but it's better on a priest or a shaman over a druid. In my
Agreed.
opinion. Because druids don't really do shit.
So who to go to first?
Booming.
Lily or Uming? It went to Uming, then it went to Lily, right?
Yeah.
So we go
Shamans
back
are
to
up.
Shaman and give it to Rose.
So give it to Robs, and just that's easy. Robs has been, you've been pushing the guild, you've been giving people consumes, you've been putting in work, like you deserve it, man.
I agree.
agreed.
And after
Um,
that, then we go back to a priest again.
I would also say this.
Well, for
I
that.
know, like, Hoface, you had like hesitation on like taking an item, but I mean, same time we are putting effort in showing up too. We're all still part of the raid group. Still deserve some pieces here.
No, I get that, man. Speaking of deserving pieces, I think the next chromatic boots need to go to G.
Yeah, he passed on the right. How many we've had? 2, 3,
I've had 4
Right.
drop.
4?
I
Oh
just
yeah,
wanna
definitely G.
I just want to mention
Yeah.
about that chromatic boots to G. When it comes to chromatic boots, chromatic tempered sword, and onslaught girdle, you let us know what you would want the highest priority on. Because those are his 3 biggest ticket items that all the warrior DPS, other than maybe CTS, we could talk him out of it, want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like torn last week when we had to vote because part of me wanted to go to G, but I wanted to reward Gnome too because he always shows up and do this
Yes.
damage. So
Yeah, I see it's such a bigger DPS upgrade. I don't know if there's a an AQ 2.5 setup boots or anything, but if there is, we should try to also keep that in mind.
there's some that are pretty similar, I think, in AQ if I'm not mistaken.
You think he would want the onslaught over the chromatic boots? Because
I'm asking. I'm
I'll-
not saying that. I'm asking. I'm like literally
what's
saying like, what would you want priority on? G, are
Oh,
you? Yeah,
onslaught?
I mean, he's got it in the warrior.
probably
display.
onslaught. Yeah.
Dude, that thing
Onslaught
hasn't
and-
dropped, man. It has not dropped. Like,
Yeah, we got a
I would
bunch
want
of
it,
warriors that need
even
it.
if it's like a
That's-
bigger upgrade for the boots. I would want the belt because it's just not dropped.
No, I get that, but I'm asking G, like, would you want priority over that? Would you want chromatic temper boots right next, or like, you let
Essentially,
us
you
know.
can-
See-
I don't know. I'll get it like whenever. I'd rather the whole guild get geared up than like just me get geared up. So my gear is pretty good. Like, I'll just get whatever whatever I get.
End of the day, you're the main tank. You gotta have the fucking best gear. You can't be dying.
Yeah, no, figure out what your AQ day 1 set is going to be. If chromatic temper boots is on that, let's try to put that on first for you then, and then onslaught girdle to the others. But I'm
Yeah.
just mentioning that thought of like onslaught girdle and CTS and chromatic boots are probably high on GTV's list. So putting him first for all of those things would definitely miff 1 or 2 warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's getting the first Oni MP5 trinket?
If that ever drops, right?
Like, let's just
get
wait
it
for
on the TBC.
I would
server.
say
drop first.
if it were to drop, I would say I don't know. I mean, give it to a priest that's either wants to rejuvenate a gem if they want that trinket.
I was gonna say all the priests have that Dark Moon Fair card. We can
That's
focus
true.
it to anybody really at this point. That trinket isn't as serious of a problem anymore.
Just have him roll for it at that point.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like we should just roll for it.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with rolling.
I'm
Like,
cool with that.
if we get to a point where we're like, we have 3 DPS that all want chromatic boots, and they're all like great DPS that always show off, like, we can just have them roll between it. Like, hey guys, we don't want to decide between one of the 2 or 3 of you. You 2 roll. You 3 roll. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
like, if
it's not a
everybody
bad idea
deserves
to
it
roll once in a
equally.
while. Yeah.
Then
Let
it
the
doesn't really
fates
matter who
decide.
goes to. Like, as we said before, just because we give one piece of loot to one person this time, then the next person will get it next time, and everybody will get gear.
Yeah, and also those rolls, like if we were to do a roll like that, it also makes it like, hey, you won the chromatic boots roll, this guy can get onslaught girdle now, or whatever.
Do
I meant just for that one piece. Roll for it because it's like we've never seen it, and everybody is gonna need it.
Yeah.
No,
man,
I
just
know, but
roll
I'm just
for it's
saying, like,
better.
if you guys are
Oh,
like
rolling
hitting
it,
a point where you can't decide who should get it over like out of 2 people, there's no harm if we once in a while just say like roll for
Yeah,
it.
that's
We gotta
what
keep it-
Yeah,
Anna
I like
did
that.
that shit every now and then.
I like that.
It's unbiased, which it just
Yeah,
goes
you're
to
right.
fate. You
Because
just
get
what
people
happened,
fighting fast.
what happened last week at Blackwing Lair? Well, like, does Rugsnot or Basalts deserve this shoulder piece? We can't decide. We ended up giving it to Rugsnot, which is fine, but like, it's one of those situations where we could have been like, hey, we don't know who deserves it more. You guys roll.
Then I think that
You
should
could
be
just-
a hold on quickly. Hold on. That should be a simple thing. If it goes to a 2-2 vote, then that should be the decision is you guys roll it off because we're split because you're both deserving of it. Let fate decide it.
Yeah, that makes
So
it
why
cool.
do we have? You said we have 4 loot council guys. Why do we
yeah,
have
there should
4?
be 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
said
there's
the
always a
5th member should
majority.
be rotating.
I was.
Oh, that's right.
It should be an odd, so there will be no ties.
Should we be documenting what decisions we're making right now in the Loot Council chat so we
What
know
do you
when
think
our
the
shit drops?
videos are? What do you think the videos are?
Well, I mean, to type it up instead of going through the video.
mean,
That's what
just-
he means.
It's true.
No, I'm just saying someone should just type in the Loot Council channel what we've decided for what we've discussed. That way it's
Yeah, you could make a meetings topics channel like what we've talked about, because all we've talked about today is a couple loot priority things. Who's
there's a
playing
Loot
what
Council
class?
channel.
Mostly we talked about Jay Breeze.
That brings up this, since we're gonna segue into that. Are we gonna be doing the nature resist for Hoo-Hoo?
Oh yeah, you definitely need to. We definitely need every melee at like about 180 base.
So should
at
we
least.
be setting a like date to have those sets complete?
We should tell
We should
everyone
be
to have
doing
as much as they can
doing it.
before AQ drop.
So
July
we don't wanna-
28th.
Yeah, July 20th.
Yeah, everybody in their class leads or whoever put in their chat, you know, where they can get their gear. Like I've already done it with 1 foot, you know, in the rogue chat, where to go, where to get it, you know, and all the rogues are pretty much set. I know Shades have got his shit, Carry Me got all his shit. I'm not sure about ODB. I know 1 foot's been getting his shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we
trying-
more have to worry about warriors and hunters at the moment because
trying to
For
get
nature
that.
resist.
Yeah, nature resist. I'm trying to get the rep for that Bramblewood set. I've got one of the 3 schematics already guaranteed. I'm friendly with the guys.
Nice.
You guys come out here, and you don't need those scripts, send them my way.
I need to do the quest in Cenarian. For Cenarian Hold, you get these badass leggings. You get like
Oh,
20
yeah.
resist or
oh,
some
the
shit.
calling. Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
do
I
the
need to
calling.
do
I
that.
need
I have
fucking-
that quest.
I need help to do that shit though. I
You
tried
need a
to
raid.
it.
Guys, hold on.
sorry,
Too many,
sorry,
too
we're
many,
getting
too
off
many,
topic.
too many. Nature resist. For everybody, for melee, July 28th should be the date. We should have at least a minimum you said of 180.
At least.
Yeah, 200 would be better.
Yeah, 200 is the
realistically,
real
it's
minimum,
200.
but yeah, just
So we should have people post in the channel to see what we could probably do in the brawlers corner, whatever that being made for the melee. See what nature resist they have, what they need, and maybe we can put like little groups together and help out each other out. I'll heal up, run, whatever, and clear through shit.
Yeah, we could even start doing DM runs as well. There's a lot of nature resist shit that drops from there. Trash.
We can do that.
We should also, if we're going to have some people like crafters shoot for some things, like recipes to craft stuff, like the Bramblewood sets, we should try and focus it in on like person.
We've
Make it
got
quicker.
pretty much that for
I
every
think-
class but
think-
leather. So
I'm working on it right. Well, we're talking
Yeah.
actually.
I'm kind of working on it too. I'm only friendly though.
but
We have
Outlaws
every
got
resistance.
Taylor and Yorm's got plate. So we
yeah,
should
we have
be
every
covered.
resistance set except for the plate one, which I don't think comes out in phase 5. I think it comes out in phase 6. We have to get the Sandstalker for the plate
Luckily
guys.
for leather shit, everything you really need to get is just from Mara and shit. Like
Yeah.
So
Mostly.
Yeah. most melee need 2 of those trinkets for sure. That's an easy 20.
Trinkets, there's shoulders, there's like a good cape. There's like a bunch of different ones you can get.
The Gaia's cape that comes out in 5, right? Yeah.
Phase
that'd be a
5 or
good-
6.
Is that the pattern that I learned with the revered rep, or because there's a cloak that I make? I think for everyone for nature resist.
20 nature resist.
I think so.
The
Dude,
Gaia's
when you get a
is-
chance, let us know.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna look up the Gaia's quickly. I know it's crafting for tailoring.
I just linked it in guild chat.
It says phase 6, but I don't think that's right.
It's same with Ironbind set.
Casters and healers do not need nature resist though, correct?
Yeah, right.
Just-
That's
No,
correct.
but
Team
that
close
back
people.
piece is
It's-
20 nature resist
So
for
wouldn't be
warrior.
bad. Yeah.
Can you post it in Discord?
I don't know how to link stuff in Discord. I just have Atlas loot add-ons.
Oh, okay. I'll look in there.
I also pulled it up in the video, so it's not.
Yeah, it's a back piece, 49 armor, 6 stam, 20 nature resist, and that 20 nature resist.
Can we change the guild message when people log in to make sure melee and hunters know they need their resist gear?
Yeah,
That'd be a
drop
good
it
place
as
for
AQ's been announced. Drop the AQ announcement date, and then put 20 nature resist minimum by that date.
200, right?
Just 20?
Put two-
Just 20? It's
200.
easy.
Just 20. All you need to do is trinkets. That's it.
Yeah, dude, just use the spell reflect Zanza and just nature resist potions. You're done. That is also one thing we can tell them this later because this isn't hard to get. But for that Hoo Ron fight, I want to try our best to get everyone to get the spell reflect Zanza because I heard something on not PTRs on
Private
whatever
servers?
they're called private servers. They're using that Sheen of Zanza or whatever to spell reflect once he goes into the rage mode because then he'll drop a poison bolt and then you reflect it back at his ass.
Okay, so if we're gonna do that,
We can tell
we should
them that
get,
later.
like,
That right now, I'm just mentioning it to you guys as a thought of like
oh
something.
yeah,
to
that's
keep in-
that's a good.
Isn't that
good.
only
We could
like
just
2% reflect though?
3%.
Yeah,
when
but
you
it's-
first pop it, the first spell
Oh, that's
against you
right.
is immediately reflected. So
wow.
that poison bolt should be reflected
Well met.
if it's reflectable.
You have to be engineered to use those trinkets though. The
Nope,
reflectors.
Spirit of Zanza.
It's a
Spirit of
potion. It's a
Zanza.
potion.
Oh, okay.
The
I
ZG
thought you were talking
potion.
about the trinkets.
Don't you have to be
So-
revered though
No.
to buy those?
Yeah, but we should all be revered at this point.
Yeah, by then we should be.
I figured you all were.
So main focuses for upcoming is nature resist. We do want to pay attention to a couple people's loot priority and what we just said about ZG just finishing up people's reputation.
There was a few more items we need to discuss. Rob's brought up Locomir, right?
Yeah.
Again, that's a loot thing of like we just need to spread out as class officers, leads, and everything, and figure out like the Warriors. I said everyone wants CTS. GTV already
the
said Jorma
Lockamere was
stepped
2
down.
people that put it as number 1. Miyakas and Shambhala, so it's not like the priests all went in there and said they want Lockamere. It's literally
Yeah.
not that many people that want
Either
Lockamere.
Miyakas or Wambala then.
No, the priests understand 100% that they're not getting another weapon until we get to ZG20, and they're just getting that
AQ20.
priest mace first. AQ20. Thank you.
Oh, is it a class mace?
Yeah, their
Yeah,
class
which is a
mace
beast.
is actually really good.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a pretty easy answer. Then. What about Drakefang pauldrons? I know a lot of warriors need those.
We can have the Warriors roll for it, other than maybe Bertha, anyone who has the rank 10 shoulders. Yeah, that's where I fucked up. The rank 10 shoulders or whatever, they're just as good as Drake Town Pauldron, so it's no rush for like Bertha or I think Bertha's our only rank 10 warrior.
Yeah.
So we could just have the other warriors just roll for it, or whoever has gotten the least gear, like maybe Shax. Because Shax is probably going to be the last one to get chromatic boots, I'm guessing. Second to last, third to last.
New warrior.
Oh, Tristlin's new, that's true.
That's
So I'm
true,
thinking
too.
Shax for Drake Talent Pauldrons, but again, that's not a huge big ticket item like Drake
really.
Drake Talon Fang. Drake Fang Talisman.
He should be good on weapons for a bit though, between Doom's Edge and Deathbringer.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Drake Town Pauldrons we could either roll or focus to there's a couple people that we could just I just
Yeah.
don't think Bertha should get them as priority since again I fucked up even taking them. Like these rank shoulders are good enough for a while.
Well, you weren't ranked 10 at the time, were you?
I
No.
was, but
Oh,
like I
okay.
was also gonna wear them over rank 10 shoulders, but I also just found out that if I wear the champion's helm and shoulders, it's a fucking great comp.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a killer. So I
Okay.
fucked up. That's my bad.
This is
Piece
all
of
good.
shit.
All right.
Yeah, I
So anything else,
Number
guys?
eight.
We're getting about a 5-minute video here.
I yield all one-hand access to Big Bertha. So
Yeah.
my original thing was I was like next on any one-hand weapon, but I was like I'm gonna pass them to the orcs. Access drop, pass 2 Doom's Edges, Deathbringer, and then the deal was I was getting either Crush Rock or one two-hander, whatever dropped first with Bean. That's what we discussed. But then I was like, axes are too much of an upgrade. I'm doing enough damage to what I got right now, so I think Bertha, he's been waiting for fucking ever. He's been using a two-hander that's not that doesn't mesh with his racial. and he fucking deserves it.
Yeah, I was saying to you, Viet, already. I'm pretty sure Krolsharok is the Orc Warrior's best in slot offhand till the end of the game. So just a heads up of like, we probably just want to focus that only to the Orcs nowadays, just because all of our warriors have pretty good weapons, other than maybe Trislin.
And me.
You have Viscag and Brutality Blade, don't you?
No, I have offhand from ZG.
Oh, I thought you had another good.
Yeah, Viet needs an offhand.
Don't
He's
you
got
have
Viscag,
Corehound Tooth
though.
or something?
This guy was my
Vishnu
first
Allah.
40-man raid weapon.
Wait, no, seriously? Like you
Yeah,
don't have
it's my
Brute
first
Blade or
one.
anything? I thought you
Nope.
had Brute, like one of those.
He
Okay.
passed
doesn't
on
matter
Brute
anymore.
Blade
Good luck,
for
friend.
In Doom's Edges and yeah, Deathbringer. Yeah, I thought Carry Me didn't have Brute Blade. That's why I passed on it.
Wait, didn't you get Corehound Tooth though? Am I tripping?
Yeah, but that's not very good for me.
No, Corehound's pretty good.
Yeah.
I
That was
definitely
just, hey,
get you
that's
that
the
you need
second
an
guy.
upgrade. But okay.
What about really quick? Sundermore's. He's just linked his weapons. Bean told him he was gonna get the next, I guess, two-hander or untamed blade or whatever. I
So
don't know what's supposed to.
I think because it makes sense because he doesn't have edgies. He's not an orc. So why take more from the one-handed weapon loot pool when it's not going to benefit him?
No, I'm saying for him
Yeah.
to get a two-hander, not a one-hander, not dual wielding. For
Yeah,
him.
he got
Yeah.
that already. He already got that. That was the
Thundermore
day
got a
that I
two-hander?
didn't roll on it.
Yeah, that's
No,
his
no.
setup right now. It's Brute
Yeah.
Blade, Mirror Song. Right now he has those. Yeah, no. If he's next up for two-handers, then whatever drops Untamed
OEB would be
Blade,
sick.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, OEB is good. But whatever drops two-hander wise is pretty much no kites right off the bat.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. That's it. I just wanted to see if that was gonna be the case. Okay.
Yeah, as long as no kite is fine with staying
Yeah, he
staying
is. He
two-hander,
knows.
he's
He
next
knows.
up for two-handers. So whatever he wants to kind of take priority on, by all means, he can kind of just call that priority on now. Is there any other big ticket items we need to
Strength and honor.
discuss? Like anything fucking insane
For
that we
the
want to
I
look
think we
at?
covered most of it.
Should be everything. Pure
Um,
Elementium ban.
again, maybe that's something we could just have people roll between, unless anyone feels that there's someone who. How many have we had total so far?
3?
And
That's my number one.
did Rob not Rob's did Mezzo leave with one?
No.
Okay.
Milk has one,
Milk,
and then another
Oi
priest,
has
right?
one. Milk, Oi, Fatty are the
Oh,
ones to get him.
I thought someone quit with one.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't think a
cool.
shaman's
No.
gotten one yet.
And
to be
Shaman
honest.
has not gotten one, and that's
Shaman's up.
Ooming's number 1.
Sounds like
So
Ooming.
sounds like Umin to me.
Yeah, sounds like Omen. So that's taken care of. Probably Ooming. Shadow Flame is probably Apua. CTS is between Carry and GTV at this point. Chromatic Boots, we decided we might just roll on that for between the top warriors right now. Yes, no, what's up? Or is that going to G?
I think it should just go to G, in my opinion.
Okay.
He's
For what?
passed on him like 4
C
times, right?
Chromatic Boots.
Yeah. And
Okay.
if he has the hit there, he can take hit off elsewhere, you know.
Rogues are up for a DFT, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
right.
Draketown Pauldrons are kind of tentative at the moment. Rejuve Gem is kind of tentative at the moment. Yeah, those are the big ones. Band of Force Concentration, is that on anyone's top? The hit damage ring?
I think I put it's on a pause list. I'm pretty
My
sure.
number 2. I don't know about anyone else though.
Okay.
I think me and Anna were the only ones with it, right? Unless another caster got one I didn't know of.
I feel like someone else got it.
There
but
is
yeah.
at least one other caster that has one, I think.
I think it was another mage, wasn't it? Maybe
Can't recall.
Blink.
I think that's all the big ticket items. Oh wait, I was going the wrong way. Broodlord, Maladath, Carry Me, I guess, unless anybody else actually wants it. I'm interested in it, but if Carry Me really wants or needs it for his main set, I don't mind waiting, because I'm gonna go Protection for the beginning of AQ. Once we get it on farm, I'm gonna switch back to Fury. So I don't need an offhand for me personally. Anything else?
Probably not at this point. So if no one has anything else for topic-wise to talk about, over a lot of stuff. We're getting ready for AQ. It's for the.
So are we doing the quick sync tomorrow before raid then, or no? Since we've met today.
No, I say that starts next week.
We'll start
Do you guys
Thursday.
want to
Thursday,
meet?
Thursday.
Do you guys want to meet for like 5 seconds just to be like retouch topics and just kind of make it official?
I
For
mean,
Thursday?
I would just say
How about a weapons check where we make sure whoever's in charge of loot count or loot distribution has their RCLC set up correctly. So go over it with 1 foot before we raid, so we can
That's-
just go straight through.
I forgot
slow.
that, Mellow.
Mind quickening gem. What mages actually have that? I'm just curious.
I think
it-
Modrax got the last one, didn't he?
Oh, dope. Okay, that would be even better reason to not
I could
give
be
him
wrong, but
Shadow
I'm like
Flame staff.
90% certain.
Does Blink have it at the moment?
Yeah, I think Blink does. I mean, we may need to touch base with
Oh,
our mages
dope.
to see
Then
what they have.
okay, we're pretty set on loot priorities then.
Yeah.
We only have 3 mages right now, right?
Yeah, we're pretty set. We could use some more mages. It would be
4.
nice for AQ.
Well, I mean 3 that are running.
Alright, guys, we
At
are
ease.
running on the hamster wheel now.
Okay.
So I think with that, we are probably pretty good.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I gotta bounce out of here anyway.
Yep, we will conclude this meeting today on 6/29. What would that be, server time? Almost 6 o'clock. No. 6 o'clock server time.
All right, good games, guys.
Catch you later.
See you tomorrow.